I found this.
Piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
I don't know! Huh? Me? Well,
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Glass, blue glass. Found in a bottle of poison. Remember now, broke. Rec room window.
I got it! Oh, it's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
This bottle of poison should have been when I broke the window. Right. Section.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
Hina's totally
And
lost.
yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Oh, Hina must have... Oh no, she must have put it back.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Because it was on top of the glass.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
It was on
How
top
can
of the
you
glass.
know what I don't know?
Because I'm smarter than you. You say that because there's evidence that someone brought the protein after it was open. Yes. Let's make my argument. Empty protein.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible! It had to have been in there the whole time! It had to be!
It was in there.
No, it wasn't.
No, that's wrong.
You stupid idiot. It feels so good to say that, Kabaki.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Yeah.
Of course! It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
Oh, this is the first time I see him like
And
that.
this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
Yeah, you go, Makoto.
So it had to be after we got into the room.
Yeah.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
Yeah.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Yeah.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Yeah.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
Hina.
It was
Had to be
Hina,
Hina.
right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
We got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. Had been Hina, Hiro, Sakura.
I got it!
It had to be Sakura.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, I'm not. It's not a lie. Something different went to section C, so it showed me the evidence I need. Need to. Oh. The moment of truth. William, I'm recording.
That's great.
Alright, let's
You're a
do this.
liar!
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah.
saying? Wrong!
Take that.
You're wrong!
I'm
telling you,
beating you.
I did it! Stop
No.
talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the truth.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
Alright, final strike. Let's see.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Yeah. Did it. Good gods, I think.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
Yeah.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
One who killed Sakura. Next to be Sakura and poison. There's no way to explain it. The one who killed Sakura is Sakura.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Suicide.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't
Fly.
believe it
If
either.
you believe in yourself
Or rather,
very much, you
I
can
don't
fly.
want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Sakura created the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead.
Go away, free up storage space. No one wants you here. Go away. Go away. There. Sorry about that.
And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
Yeah.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to get the others. Shayla, have to rescue.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
You placed it back. I got everyone. Oh, she's dead, huh? I guess we killed. I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
God.
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Yeah, the closing argument.
Here's exactly what
Let's try
happened.
out.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Yes.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Wait, what? Didn't they my reason right? Crap. That wasn't right. I think I know what it is. Yeah. So that, and then go back here. It should have been. It should be this right here.
The killer is you!
There you go.
But one of she got there one step ahead.
There we go. Hidden there.
And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura. Next to arrive was Hiro.
candy.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Smash.
Without thinking,
Smash.
he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura.
How could you?
To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Interesting.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear,
there we go.
She jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted.
Oh no.
This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out.
Smash.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
And then
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Yes, it does.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Poison.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath.
Dun, dun.
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
No.
We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
And then the class trial is over.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
True.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See?
Stupid.
Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Wow. The class trial's over. Hey, 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 hey. I did it. I got 101 medals. Nice. I did a good.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh
one.
yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot?
Yeah, you aren't really important.
I can feel my energy draining out of me? Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote.
I don't know.
So, who will be chosen as the Blackens?
I don't know.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it
You're
gonna
so sad.
be?
Maybe it's because everyone else is dying. Maybe you're sad about that. Oh, let's see here. It was Sakura. Oh, you did it! Hooray, we made the right choice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My
Okay, we're done
entire
right here.
What
So
existence!
did
that's the
you
whole
say?
Truth, huh? I see. There's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
You know, why did you cover up what happened? Truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you, how did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
That's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. That's why
You should have been the one to die!
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean
You were gonna take us all with you?
yet you atone for our sins? Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. You all pay for our crimes. Are you serious? That's.
What is
Do you
this?
understand? Then let me explain. Realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has already made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Think back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. And now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me...
I can't forgive this!
Oh, Sakura. Because of me. My friends are gonna kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them.
Huh?
You asked me to meet with those three? You can't! You see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Well, talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina,
Hina, please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
they're friends.
Aww. Nice, but sad. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood she was friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you couldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? Such a suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina,
You came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina,
Hina,
Huh?
I
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Great, I ask you to. You're just gonna... I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the camera to get the potion she asked for, and when I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw someone taking something from the poison shelf, Sakura. I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Oh, I don't like this.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? Dad weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. It's normal. And yet,
Why?
both blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that's just added to the weight she had to carry. I didn't even realize it. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her to the corner and we murdered her.
Why?
Like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray? You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial.
Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. Even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but...
Hey!
It's just talking so long! I'm about to fall asleep over here! I mean, do you really think they have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
Did you say?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on a suicide note meant...
What are you
Of
saying?
course I know what you're thinking, because her and me.
In other
Well,
words,
I'm really trying to say is...
yes, indeed.
Don't think of the entire foundation is shaky.
Is that...
What if it's really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note, Sakura's suicide note.
What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room.
Huh?
Then,
You lied to me?
oh, don't say lie. It sounds so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
He is such a bad man.
Well
I
now,
can't
well
help
now,
that
well
if
now,
you
well
totally took
now.
my little scrabbles of face value and you didn't have Sakura's signature on it.
Filthy little.
Damn it!
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Boom, boom.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Phew! Heck, even if...
I am a rude person. I am sorry. Please forgive me.
Heck, even if I had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. Shing! So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene! Cut!
And?
And so then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you
I'm
gonna
glad
do?
you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodious, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
You know, have you ever seen Curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold
And isn't
on.
it just unfortunate? Killing yourself's just so final, you know? You never hear the rest of their story. The truth of their lost in darkness gave me the willies.
Enough already.
Just get on with it, please.
Yes,
Okay,
indeed.
jeez. Talk about a buzzkill.
Alright, here we go. You're the buzzkill around here, buddy.
Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night at this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You may not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
Wow. You were probably worried about until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. And neither the mastermind nor I expected the incident involving Sayaka. And at that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
and that's how I came to feel. So that's why, Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise. no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision was to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want me to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
Unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with me just accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have obligation to get the situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as they told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. And my dojo will be safe, and above else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you will all dies with me. And for that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning.
Wow.
Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered? She didn't die hating us?
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I've chosen. This is the only way I've left to distinguish myself. You can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Bayaka, Toko, and Kyo on my behalf. Can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
Oh, man.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt, not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? No one here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with such that fake suicide note. And plus, Saku's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
Don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either.
What? what?
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we needed to destroy is you, nobody else.
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other.
He's absolutely right about that.
But lovely block. Yeah. You understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me
There's no
repeat
point in
myself.
participating in the game, which has lost the sense and the excitement. Which is why I'm no longer being participating in it.
What? What's going on here?
No, I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
Keep the hardest possible punishment into the one who thinks they can control them. Parker, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Where Master goes, I go. If the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now you can say Sakura's death had no meaning.
How boring. Nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna have one. I'm gonna have the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time?
Anyway, let's forget about the good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
Punishment time.
But Sakura is technically the killer, right? But she's dead.
You're not gonna.
But
Is it me?
Oh, heavens no! Just because the black kid is dead doesn't mean I can just summon whatever student I want. Can I tell you, it's particularly about the bare times one rule.
Listen up!
I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to just let it go to waste. For my special punishment, I prepared a special guest!
A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Yes. Who's the special guest? Oh no. It's Alter Ego? Oh no. He discovered Alter Ego. Discovered Alter Ego. Oh no. Excavator destroyer? Oh. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Oh no. You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk.
Yeah, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a pitch. After all, they say post-workout grub chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at.
so,
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
And I think everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. The bubble through my body, quickly overflowing, shouting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
You're friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut the hell up. It wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend, and you killed him.
What's it called? Animes? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. I was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as
So
I
you
thought.
finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally, no, I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was gonna play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You, and you're still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, the data on the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward in honor for being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was too personal. If I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can get out of here. Can't you say it? Alter Ego wants you to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very
Experiencing
nice.
as amazed that death is so soothing. Makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each other and everyone of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Holy moly, you're super mad, just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a bit more left of Sayaka's note.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, you're after your attention? Okay then, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the delicate tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully this will act as a clue to unravel the mystery of the school.
What, a clue?
Hina.
I was working with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here. I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Whoopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have in a heap deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit.
Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you won't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys.
Well, that's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back to all of you and hardening your resolve.
Fine, but at least Sakura's notes.
Like I let the greaseballs have it.
Excuse me, I was rude. And you're rude too.
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note.
Let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what, and that's seriously it.
Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you?
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dud muscle head has to say?
Well,
I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach your school life of yours. You see, you don't want to graduate. Can you really cut free the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long. Think hard.
Those are his parting words for us, before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. Mastermind did something to us? Rose said something like that before, didn't she? After Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
What?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to my body? Mastermind did something to our bodies. They're saying the Mastermind did? Mastermind do to us? Did the Mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? If we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff on that in movies and comics and stuff, but I don't think it's, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo!
So the class trial was over and Monokuma was gone.
But...
So, now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
Oh
yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But, you must feel responsible. Do not dial back that ego a bit, girl. The mystery of someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I can never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are we talking about? Koga and Makoto are the ones who figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I've reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? No, it totally wasn't normal. Did you just capture his flag?
No!
What? I can't suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the world. Wait, what?
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. I would never go seal the... Wait, what?
What did you say?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are. Sleazeball!
I see.
These two have a death wish.
More biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, no, no,
Stop
no!
playing with Master, you're gonna make me jealous. I would do.
Oh. Yes, no reason for everyone to act like friends. And that's just how it is for now. Well. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. The story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck upon us. This is not good. I don't like this.
As such, soon the door. Okay then.
This is bad. Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen in such a deep sleep. Night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear the voice. Wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragging me into deep slumber. In the haze half-consciousness, my lids were like lead. Oh, it's Kyoko.
Kyoko? Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Time unknown. In a flash, I was wide awake.
What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You were unbelievably careless.
It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey.
Oh, anyways, always. You don't have to overact like every time you're surprised. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course.
It's 3 a.m.?
Why is Coco waking me up at this hour?
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep.
It's so late. What's happening?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor?
So...
Remember what Saga said at the end of her note? Not to lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. I felt the word she is gone. What the? The words reverberated through my half-dazed brain.
The data center? I thought it was locked. What the heck was that?
Leave the area? Yeah, I guess we have no choice. I made my way to after-hours school and I headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up in the data center, but when I arrived, Coco's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Maybe she's already inside. Put my hand... It didn't open. I tried again, but... it must be locked. As Coco said, data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up, mister?
Damn it!
Breaking in a locked room is currently prohibited, don't you know?
Well, yeah, oh, well, it just...
I'm trying to tell you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But
Hey!
I can see that you don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself. Looks like you might break in any second, so I just thought you'd give me a friendly reminder.
Oh, are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something?
Oh, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed.
What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko?
Yeah, you two.
You guys?
Whatever, you two. The two of you, get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Or better, let's just leave. Go. Okay.
Yeah, go on, get out of here. Shoo.
So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was that just about? She woke me up, got me to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. Shows up late, we were without a single thing. What's the point of all that? Don't worry about it. Figured that would be the end of our discussion, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. And then I turned out to leave.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Who were next to me was again whispering.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Oh no. All-Star Apologies. Chapter 4. The End.
6 students. 7 students remain. To be continued. After lump present. Well, guys. That was crazy. We found out the name of the 16th student, which is pretty cool, I think. I mean, I wouldn't know what else to be. I mean, but anyway, yeah, that was actually pretty cool. They found out that, yeah. And how could they kill Alter Ego? Alter Ego is like one of the best characters, even though she was like a robot and such. Don't judge me. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.